Hi everyone, my name is Vendik and you are welcome to the channel. So today we are going to do a continuation of previous video which we talked about direction. So if you're a return subscriber, don't forget to do the YouTube business. And then if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We discuss everything day trading to keep you in profit on a consistent basis. So without further ado, let's get into the chat. So let's take this as an intro to the a video. Okay, so we know how market declares direction. So the next thing we should be looking at is target, lower time frame, and then get into the chart. Okay, so when market declares a direction, which we know, all right, how it's done, the next thing is target. So if we want to talk about market target, we should be looking at external drawn liquidity and internal drawn liquidity. Those are the two ways market ends a target. All right, let me get some pattern drawn. Okay, so if we have an uptrend, let's use an uptrend for example, then let's assume market declares here, right? Let's assume market declares here direction at this point. Okay, the first target, okay, will be here. Okay, this is anything above here is external drawn liquidity. Okay, or this external draw. Okay, then internal drawn liquidity is always a pullback or correction phase. So if market declares a direction at external drawn liquidity, okay, or an higher high, okay, the next thing you should be looking at is where is it going to reverse from. Okay, we call this a pullback, all right, or correction phase on the move. So this always happen inside the fair value gap or other block or whatsoever. Okay, that's where market actually tends to. It might be it shouldn't be inside the way I draw it. It can be something close like this. It depending on where market choose to. All right, but that's why I say if you are on an uptrend, okay, if market make a declaration towards a pullback zone, all right, like internal drawn liquidity, that gives you a room to trade to this level, okay, which is what I call a setup one inside setup one inside setup two. Okay, that's our pullback entry. Okay, so if you have a declaration around this place, so you have a whole lot of this to trade, and since our declaration is being determined by daily candle, so we will have like consecutive days, okay, before we can get to this level. All right, before we can get to this level. So that's how it is. So you have a whole lot of this to trade those. So that's I really recommend trading on internal drawn liquidity, but above internal drawn liquidity, okay, you can still take trade depending on LTA that you will have. Okay, if you have LTA, kind of we know, if you are not new to the channel, you know what is LTA. Okay, a clean candles on the left. All right, so that gives you a confidence to trade this till you get to the next support on the LTA. That if you see another declaration, you can get a pullback. Is exactly that. So that's actually how to determine a target when market declares. So how will this really impact our trading? It will impact our trading because you can't go and continue buying at a target zone. All right, when you get to a target, so you are required to exit all your trades. Okay, if you get to a target zone, you are required to exit all your trade and wait for the next market structure. This is a daily time frame on a GBP, Euro GBP. Okay, so this is what I was trying to say. We are on a downtrend. Okay, like we are on a downtrend. Then we have a kind of a correction phase. So this is an example of it. We have a kind of a correction phase. Okay, then as we have a correction phase, we got into this imbalance or a fair value gap. Okay, we tap into this fair value gap. Okay, and then we have this. Okay, market declares another direction. Okay, it declares another direction. So in this type of declaration, okay, so what's our target? This is our target. Okay, the next support zone, okay, this is our target. This point now, this particular point is our target. So you look at it very well. You you can actually tell that, oh, of a truth, okay, we have this place to cover up. All right, so till this market gets to this point, all right, you shouldn't be looking at any other thing than a selling. Okay, so there are some days you will get hit out, but the overall trend of the market, if you count this candle, the candles that are bearish are more than the ones that are bullish. So most of the time these days, okay, like this particular day, you won't take a trade here. All right, you can't take a trade here. Can't take a trade here because it's at a support zone. So this one too, it's actually reversing from a support zone. So you just consider the normal market structure. Okay, that's just that, right? That's just that. Then you have to wait till you get another declaration. Okay, so in this type of declaration, okay, because it's against the trend, okay, you shouldn't be expecting much. So somewhere like this is actually going to be your next target. Okay, so that's it. So someone was saying that how do we then trade? Okay, there's this question I got from YouTube community, said how do we now get into 15 minutes time frame and trade? It's the exact same thing. Okay, there is a YouTube video where I did my 15 minutes time frame strategy. Okay, so that is what I actually execute. Okay, these are kind of a high time frame analysis. People do top down analysis. I just look at this, what's my move for the day. Okay, I go down to 1 hour, I mark up support and resistance, then 15 minutes is my entry, where I do normal setup one, inside setup two, setup three. You understand, those are my setups that I trade. So if you get this right, and then you get your setup once right, you mark up your support and resistance properly, I can tell you, okay, the only thing that is remaining for you to do is to stick to it. Okay, is to stick to it. A whole lot of persons are doing mentorship classes. Okay, it's something I didn't want to do, but because the request is coming, I start gathering people. All right, I introduce them to class. Sometimes they ask questions they don't actually understand, and then I tend to explain it more. So I think I start feeling I'm adding more values to persons, and that feels good though. So please do well to share the video so that it can reach out to so many other persons. And then don't forget to do the YouTube business, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace out.